Hey, how y'all doing? Welcome back to Chubbs Aquatics. Today I'm going to show you what I do to get my tanks ready before I go to work for 2 weeks at a time. So stand by. Alright, as you see, I'm draining the tank. And I got started earlier. That way it wouldn't take up all y'all time. But I got it just about halfway done. And that's where I'm going to stop it, and after I stop it I'll show y'all what I use instead of a siphon. Now what I use is just a piece of siphon hose on the end of a ball valve, and that stops the water from going back down. And all I did is I heated it up at the end. See if y'all can see that. I heated the end up, closed it off. Then I just drilled a bunch of holes in it. Let the water in. And that way I don't lose no baby fish. Now that the water's still in this tube, I ain't got to restart the siphon. And all I have to do is move it to another tank. Hold on 1 second. There we go. So all I do, bring it over here, get it in the tank, and open the ball valve. And there goes the water. And I take a big clamp that down, and it's good to go. Don't have to worry about the fish, don't have to worry about sucking up the plants, don't have to worry about nothing. And after I do that, swing y'all back around to a 75. Show y'all how I put water back in the tank. Alright, what I use is Seachem Safe, and I use a little measuring cup. It goes all the way down, well, measuring spoon. Goes down to 1/8 teaspoon or 6 milliliters, and this is all I use. I take this, put it in one of these little containers, which are amazing to have, and I just fill it up to that line. Maybe a little bit less, because an eighth of a teaspoon is good for 150 gallons. And it's obviously just a 75-gallon tank, but better to have more than not enough. I'm gonna grab my tool. Excuse me. Now, on the end of my water hose, I have a 3/4 inch ball valve from an old piece of stretch hose. The stretch hose broke, so I just cut it off there. And I just keep it on there for the ball valve, because that way I don't have to worry about running in and out, especially right now because it's raining its ass off. So just get this going, and add the chlorinator. And some people like to add the chlorinator first, adding so much that I don't think it's really going to hurt anything. So just get this going. Yeah, not too fast. Leave that going in there. I take this, just mix that stuff up in there, and it's good to go. Make sure it's all broken down. And just leave it like that. And if it comes off, it's not really going to hurt anything. But, well, you can hear the thunder out there. If it comes off, it's not really going to hurt anything. Now, while this tank's filling, the other one's draining. And we'll go get a little closer over here. You see it's down there in the plants, but it's still got a suction. It's not going to hurt anything. So there you go. Just let that drain down to about 3/4 of the way, and we'll be good to go. Alright, I'll show y'all when I swap over the hoses. Stand by. Alright, while I'm draining and filling, I get started on the 10 gallons. What I do is I just use another hose and I drain them into buckets. 3 buckets. My little cleaner filter. Polish the water a little bit. Oh, sorry about that. Y'all look good. Alright, get my chair over here. And we can get started. And for this, just gotta do the suction method. And I don't really clean the bottom of my tanks too often. I find that it does more harm than good. So, I just suck out the water. What I really need is some more clamps. Yeah, in here, my little tanks. Oh, I use the Fritz Complete because it's just too much to try to measure out the 10 gallons with the safe. So the Fritz Complete or the Prime works really good. The Fritz Complete is what I got now, so that's what I use. Double check y'all still seeing everything. In this tank here I have a pair of sheephead minnows or pufffish, and I'm trying to get them to breed, trying to get bigger tanks for them to breed. In the middle tank I have one Rio Grande cichlid that I caught in the wild when it was, I mean, really tiny. So tiny I couldn't tell what kind of fish it was. I actually thought it was a bluegill until it doubled in size. And in the last tank over there, you can see I have a Neolamprolotus pachardi and Dumbleweir, no, not Dumbleweir. It's a female beta. I forget which kind she is. It might be a Dumbleweir. Yeah, so in these tanks, take out less than half on each one. And I just swap buckets. Oh, it's getting kind of tangled. Not too worried about sucking up fry in here because there are none yet. But in this middle tank, besides that Texas Blue, they got three more male sheephead minnows. Just I don't have females for them. And they were fighting, and I think they were distracting the other two, so I gave them some privacy. Yep, this is what I do. And usually with the big tank, I'll stop it when it gets right to the top of the log. I don't usually let it stay out of the water too long. I'm trying to make a video outside, but it's been either hot or raining, so I can't get to the tubs today, which I really needed to. But they're getting the water changed too with the rain. But of course, I'm not doing any trimming in the big tank at all. So we're going to see what that's going to do. And either I use the Fritz Complete, or what else I'll do is I'll take the water out of the big tanks on either side to fill the little tanks, and then just do the water change in the big tanks. That way I don't have to put dechlorinator in all the tanks or measure out small amounts. For the water in the big tanks, the nitrates are still low. They're fairly clean, and it's good enough for these fish. It's still good water. There's the beta. He's a real pretty blue beta. And on all these pumps, I just run the medium aquarium co-op filters, sponge filters. It's the ones, the JC is 4 10 gallons. And all I do is I drain the hose. Get all the water out. And that's it. They're ready for new water. And with that, looks like we're ready over here. So I'll get y'all set up on there. Jack y'all up some. Alright. Now, for this, I'm just going to stop it and put it in the small grow out bin. I'll just close the valve, and I can move it over here. Let that start sucking out over there. Yeah, you see the baby Plecos are starting to get big. About time to sell them. If anybody wants some, come get them, because I ain't shipping them. I'm done with shipping. Ro still ain't got her mollies. I'm so pissed off about that. I want to go postal in the post office. But yeah, I've never lost even a small newborn guppy using this hose method. So something about it, they just don't go by it. Maybe I have never noticed, but even using it going into a bucket, I've never seen it go through there. You know. Here's another good tip: whenever y'all doing water changes and you're thinking about getting fish tanks and all that good stuff, always get an extremely long hose. I got a 50-foot hose for my water changes. I also have a 15-foot hose and a 30-foot hose. I only need 30 feet to reach my Planet tank, but you gotta think, you got that hose inside the tank, and you need slack and this, that, and the other, and it's got it barely sticking out the door. Well, when you pull slack, you pull that hose in, and then you got water going all over your floor. And I have carpet, so I don't even take that chance. Even though this is a rental house, I'm not gonna mess up their stuff. But yeah, so that looks like about good for them. And then all I have to do is refill. And usually I do my refills in this tub from the Planet tank where the parents are for the Plecos. But I've had some guppies in there grow out, and they've actually had a spawn in there. So I got a female and a couple males in there, and they're breeding along, doing their thing. So I got more grow outs in here. Pretty cool. Yeah, I usually take it down to the top of the sponge, and then I'm done. No more draining hoses, no more draining anything. That's all I needed to drain. And, here's another little bit. On my drainage hose, you see how I got this stainless steel coupler. Well, it's a lot bigger than the hose. So all I have to do is get it up past the threads and pull it apart. I'll never lose suction. I never lose. I just gotta make sure I don't pull it out, you know. But it does take a good bit of force to pull that out, and then all you got is a little bitty hose. Put that in the tank, suck on the stainless steel to get the siphon going, close the valve, hook it up, and you're good to go. Make it easy for yourself. Work smarter, not harder. So, yep, you can see over there we're almost done filling and just about time to move. So this is my routine. I get it done really quick. It takes longer to drain the tanks than to fill them. By the time I'm done draining all the tanks, one tank's full, and then oh, sorry about that, gotta get the hose. One tank's full, and by that's done, I done drained out my siphon hose, got it hung back up, and over and done with. Real easy. Just letting it all go outside, and we're done. Well, I need a new tripod bed. Oh, this one's always leaning. But, yeah. That's it. The only thing else I have to do is that yellow bucket with a sponge filter has 2 guppies in it. My oldest male and my oldest female, I guess you could call that the retirement home. Yeah, they got to where they was eating all the babies, so they had to go. I'll take y'all up close and let y'all look inside the tank. Yeah, I'll just take y'all off the tripod. It's broke anyway. Yeah, here's some tank drain down. You can see that Crep Parva growing out the top of that stump. All the guppies on the top. That little feeder, I usually keep the duckweed in to where I can just keep it just a little bit. See if y'all can see that. I can't see the phone. Boy, I hope I don't drop it. Y'all never see this video. All the babies. If y'all look right there, see how that log is split? That gives a little crack for mono shrimps to hide in. You can kind of see it right here. It's a nice little split, you know, where they chopped it with a chainsaw at one time. And you can see that bobitis real good. It's growing in awesome. Yep, get y'all a view of the tank y'all don't ever see. And I don't usually see that often. Well, the other tank is filling. Oh, we got a little bit of space back there. Oh, I better get to planting. Yeah, you can see how that pogo stem goes all the way to the back, and it's just the filters. Yep. Parrot feather hanging over. Kaboka in the back right here. Gotta love a Planet 3.0. It does an amazing job growing plants. Bacopa carolina. Got some guppy grass growing in there. All that good stuff. And the babies. Alright, stand by. Alright, I'm back. I know y'all heard the dog. That's my alarm dog. Let me know somebody was at the door. But we all good. As you can see in that process, that tank got filled up and I moved it over here. So that bought y'all about 15-20 minutes. But yeah, we're just gonna keep on rolling. And whenever I get to this one over here, I'll let y'all know. So, alright, well, I ain't gonna keep y'all waiting. I really ain't got much else to talk about. I done forgot what I was talking about before, so. Alright, y'all stand by. I'll show y'all what I do whenever I get done. I'll tell you what, in the meantime, while that's filling, show y'all how I get this tank restarted. That'll work. Yep, that'll work. All I gotta do, come down here, turn the power on. There it is. Turn the power on, and refill the pumps. This one started on its own. There they go. They're off and running. And that's it. A lot of people have trouble with the pop clears. Aqua clears, but I don't. And all I do is plug this little power head up. But it don't reach the power surger. That's the only thing I got off of a power surger. But yeah, there it is. It's all done. So, that's as easy as that. I've never had trouble with Aqua Clear. Usually it'll catch a suction. Some people do. Some people say they stop in the middle of the night. I've never had that problem, and I've never cleaned the impellers or took the impellers out when they didn't need it. So there you go. Alright, that was quick and easy, quicker than I thought it would be. So, y'all stand by. Alright, y'all can see, getting up to the top here. So what I'll do, over here, grab my container. Get them up out the way. Now let it fill all the way. And stand by on my pliers to cut off my valve. Just got about another half inch or so. And you can still see that Aqua Clear 110 on the back of this one, but it's not running. It's unplugged, it's just got media in it. Probably should be cleaned out. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. Tips all day. And that's it. Move it on to the next one. I'll just take this, flip it here. And I just barely crack these. Yeah, that's it. Covers for the spritz. Been running a lot of chlorine through our system lately, so always double, triple up. It's not gonna hurt anything. But yeah. So there's number one filling. Yep, we got a number one filling with the sheep head. And like I said, let's take the fritz complete. That's it. There's the other one. So actually never heard nothing. And that's all I do. So seems like I need to get some more fritz or something. It's running out. But that's it. I'll show y'all these filling up, and then I'll show y'all how I fill the other little tank. Now 2's filling. And now 3. Alright, y'all stand by and I'll show y'all what I do with the stop one. But you can see it goes by pretty quick. Well, I kind of paused it in between, but it's really only like 2 or 3 minutes per tank. And you might notice that the middle tank is lower than the other two, because the middle tank came from Walmart and the other two came from the $1 gallon sale. They definitely have smaller tanks at Walmart, but it worked. It was actually the perfect size to fit in the shelf. And if you look back at one of my earlier videos, you can see how I got away with putting 3 10-gallon tanks on a plastic shelf. But y'all stand by. Alright, we're all filled up. And they're all doing good. See, the cichlids are back out, having fun, playing around. Swing back this way, you can see all the guppies are still being guppies. But now let's focus on this other tank here. And I might have to zoom y'all out a little bit. What I'm going to do is actually take water out of the 75 and fill that tank up. Because that's what I always do. All I'll do is I get my siphon and fill it up. There it is. That's what I do. And if you notice on the side they have those little notches or yellow dots, that's actually the carry handles or the locking hubs or nubs. And I just fill it up until it gets right to those where it ain't gonna leak out the tub, and it's good to go. I will make a little squirt in there. That's really overkill because it's only like a 7-gallon tote. But you can see I did swap out that the media. All I did was flip it over from the, I'm talking it up a little bit. All I did was flip it over, and that way the black beard algae that's growing on the other side is in the dark pretty much, and the media can do its thing. So there it goes. There's a filling. And you can look over here and you can see all the guppies swimming around it, but they're not going anywhere, and which it really wouldn't matter right here because all the baby guppies would just go into a baby guppy grow out. But I don't want any more of the big guppies getting there because I think that's what happened. One of the bigger females might have gotten in there and started reproducing. As you can see, that filter system that I got is already starting to kick off. Still got about another 1.5 inches of water to go. About 1 inch. But yeah, it works good. All it is an Aquaclear 110 filter, the coarse sponge, and I took the cheap brand hang-on back filter, the intake tube. I stuck it in the filter, made a hole in the filter where it fits tight, and I drilled holes on the bottom side of it. Well, if you're looking at it now, it would be the bottom side of it, and that way it has places to suck in water, and it's working good. It keeps the nitrates low. I've never had an ammonia spike in here, and the biological media works, and the pump makes a little flow. So two pygmy cory cats in here and some inler guppies, but the 2 pygmy cories wasn't doing good in the big tank. I was thinking their barbs might have got messed up. I didn't want to throw them in any of the 10 gallons, so I put them up here, and they're doing good. It's just plastic in here, but they're doing good. And you can see, as soon as it gets to the top of those plastic nubs, I cut it off. Right about there. Just drain the hose, and that's a wrap. Now all I have to do is change out the water in this bucket, and that's really easy. It's pretty much just scooping water out and putting water in. But yeah, you can see that pump's going to take off, and it's going to start pushing that duckweed around. Fish love it. Splaycos love it. They're growing good. So, hey, if it works, why fix it? But that's fish tanking on a budget. gotta do what you can. I mean, I got fish in a bucket, so gotta do what you gotta do. All right, now on to fertilizing. Y'all stand by, I'll get you. Okay, fertilizing the tank after. That's real easy. Easy green. It's a 80-gallon tank. Well, 70-gallon tank, but got a lot of plants, so usually I put between 8 and 9 squirts. And then iron. This is what I have on hand, but even aquarium co-op iron would be good, but I mistakenly ordered Seachem iron instead of Seachem Prime because they have a very similar bottle. So this, with the Seachem iron, it's 1 capful for every 50 gallons, but since I have a lot of plants that like iron, I do 2 capfuls for 70 gallons. And if you do really water volume, probably about 60 gallons. But I have no problems with it. Everybody seems to like it. And that's really it. Job done. This is the only tank I really put fertilizers in. Every now and then I'll put fertilizers in the other one. Over here. And over there. But that's it. We are done. And I'm going to go ahead and cut this video off. It's over 30 minutes already. So, y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And leave me a message. Let me know what y'all think about my method. The method of my madness. Alright, see y'all later. Chubbs is out. Thanks for watching.